EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. Kicker Dustin Hopkins set to get this one going. And off we go from Lambeau. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Asante Samuel Jr. there finding his way to the ball for a stop and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers and able to find Allen Lazard. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline. And it's a Packers touchdown. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who brought himself balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speedboat. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here. No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down. Herbert now. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him. Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Gotta know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Able to find Lazard. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. An inside give to Jones. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Second down and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make our score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a kick. Now the ball comes loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Once more, here's Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Eckler is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. And Watson has it right side. He's up to the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Up the middle, Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander the 3rd down coming up.
Not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Buying time to his left. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Shoves him away. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple. Down to the 15-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out on the line of scrimmage.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Pass complete, Tunyon. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Rodgers. Trucks over it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Rodgers to throw. Watson making the catch.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. They find some open field here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash, so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
Back to throw, Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's in for the game-winning score with no time left on the clock. Absolute bedlam. You can forget overtime. What a finish. And this crowd frenzy.
That's where they should be. That's the type of ending that you actually pay money to see. And when it turns out in your direction, oh yeah, you feel real good about that one. Let's face it, there are a few people who travel to see their team. They're not happy, but overall, this crowd is loving what they just saw.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Well, it's obvious this is a really difficult situation for the guys who have to defend right now, but they can flip the whole script. If they can hold them to a field goal attempt or less, they actually gain the momentum and take it away from the offense after a great return.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Jones again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. Boy, you hate to squander this great field position. Here's third and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Crosby is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They started on the ground with Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. They could not contain Kenny Clarke as he gets home for the sack. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Rodgers now to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a room to maneuver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught by Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tenyon. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the Packer first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they continue with a second and 12 after the loss. Now Rodgers. Well, he rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An inside give to Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second and 9, Rodgers flush to his right. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's a gain of 2.
Now it's Herbert. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time here are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Either just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complete.
Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, 40 yards. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Packers 31, Chargers 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the 27, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
They're not in any rush offensively. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chargers 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They snap it to Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Up the middle, Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
5 yards. And it's third down.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially